All right, gratitude, and welcome back. It's Shay Seeking, um, back with another reading from the book Ye Are Gods. And we left off, I think, at don't let anger rage in your heart. Okay. So, again, I've been hearing that a lot lately because I know you guys know, like, in synchronicity, some of you that are in, those that are in tune know that, like, how certain things can, once you start using your mind's eye and slowing down and listening, that you can see there's certain things that are just placed in just even sometimes the way the wind is blowing, right? The way people look at you when you come in a room, or I mean, it's just little different things, and the way that you look at people differently, like not just at face value. I don't know, it's just something about just like being in tune and just letting the universe just kind of feels like you would be like how somebody would say you would be in the Milky Way or the cosmos, like floating around. And I don't know, it just feels like I can feel everything, like even with the fingertip, like I'm doing something with my fingers right now. It's just a sensation, something that seems just so sensational, right? Okay, so I can see where it's saying, like, okay, never let anger rage in your heart. So again, it doesn't say don't be angry. It doesn't say that never get angry. It just says don't let it rage in your heart, like fuel, and just start to, penetrate and start to, uh, lead to something else. So again, for me, I do know that I get bits of, I can be just like that real quick. But at the end of the day, I don't let that sit. It's got to go. It's got to go. You know, I don't let it sit because it will and eat at your heart. But you guys already know that. So again, never hold grudges. Again, another thing. Ain't nobody got time for that. And it says forget injuries instantly. Now that part right there, that was one. That's one right there. And I think that is just like really was the highlight. That was the one that just really, to forget injuries instantly. But in certain circumstances, right? Okay. Because sometimes I feel like it can be something that, just recently I went through something where I felt like I was holding on to something. And it's kind of like, okay, no, you have to do something about it, whatever you're going to have to do, or whatever. You can't let this just sit, and you can't just let this just keep on, festering out. At some point in time, you're going to have to give in. um, so, um, yeah, and especially when it's just something verbal, and you have to go ahead and say, okay, where did this come from? How did this happen? Or those words, did they really mean? Do they really think those things, or is somebody just saying it because they're upset and there's other stuff about? So there's a lot of aspects to it to just weed through and see. But so it for me it take a little bit of time, But then by the yeah, okay. So it says never let discord cling to you. Never cling to discord. Along with this great love comes the perfect gift, a privilege of forgiving. It is beautiful beyond expression, for in it is contained the very glory of God. Read carefully the Sermon on the Mount, which is contained in the 5th, 6th, and 7th chapters of Matthew. Now, I don't know why. Hold on. I don't know why I was just thinking chakras, and just even thinking of going back and reading Matthew and seeing what we're talking about with this. I don't know. I was just thinking that for some reason. If that's pertaining to something with that, it may not be, but I'll go back. It says at the end of chapter 5, it's given the admonition to love your enemies. Okay. I mean, but again, I guess it depends on how you're looking at an enemy, huh? Or who is an enemy, or does anybody have? Do you think you have enemies? Can an enemy be something that you get without even knowing it? That's just what it is. You didn't think it was that, but that's what it is. So again, it's okay to look at someone as that, so that you can go ahead and figure out where you stand, and figure out how to navigate. But as far as calling someone an enemy, I don't think I have anybody that I would be able to do that with. Up until this point here, anyway. So let's see. Okay. Okay. To pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. Okay. So again, on this journey, I just, I feel like that's that's something that just is a general thing. And sometimes I find, sometimes you might find yourself even like thinking something, but like even just not even knowing how powerful we are in our words. That's why these days now I'm starting to figure out, like, what do you call it? How to refrain from speaking so quickly after an abrasion. You see, after you, because again, yeah, you'll be all over the place, because being empathic and taking in all that from so many different people, and being able to also see a lot deeper than or read between the lines, or see what people are saying, it's a little bit of a struggle as well. Yeah, but and all in all, and in the end, there's a way of going across it and just saying, hey, something that I like to do. I like to just say, if there's negative energy around, or something I feel, just to be just general and basic about it, to just protect me to the ancestors, the guides, the angels, whatever mindset, whatever other markers that we have in our minds, mind's eye, wisdom, all these things. I use these things to try and surround myself in peace, even when I can't be in a peaceful area, or I can't be around people that are or I'm around people that may not be so peaceful. I try to focus on not letting that energy in to affect me, although I'm witnessing it, so and again with self too. So let's see. So again, love your enemies. Like, these are the things that I think a lot of people, when they come out of Christianity, they say these things, and they and I could totally understand. Because again, I'm somebody that feels like, I have a love or a sense of compassion or something towards everyone, until you do something, that proves otherwise. And even when you do, I still feel like there is a such thing as depending on what it is, a chance to even just let that person know, or let myself know what it was about whatever it was, right? Just to reflect on it. And so I can kind of see that, and how that would help. But I don't think it's necessarily just saying that you just should love them. And you can love someone from a distance, is how I kind of look at it. You can love someone from a distance and don't have to have them around you, or go around them, or things like that, if it disrupts your energy or your mood. So to try to pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. In other words, think love, speak love, give love, and live love. Now, again, there's a time, I'm pretty sure it's going to say somewhere up in here, or probably not, where there's a time for war as well, and there's a time to just use something out there. Close my door, please. Okay, so it's just saying, yeah, so think love, speak love, whatnot. So I'm guessing you have to see that the wrong was being done, but at the same time, after you get over that, think this. I would imagine we're not talking about not being upset. Okay. And be willing always to go to the second mile, that you might be perfect, even as your Father in heaven is perfect. So again, this is also, the Father in heaven is also making me think of, just like at this time that people are being matched up with their tribes, your ancient, or just even, I think that people are being matched up because, again, if we think different gods, or different gods we're creating, I think that right now in like-mindedness, a lot of people are going into a certain consciousness, and it will lead them to that, the ancestors in the council or the team, right, that they would be joined with in the heavens, again, which I feel sometimes we're talking about in the spiritual aspect is the mind. And that's why it feels like, as these entities come in and go out to show you and take you on these walks and bring you here and help you wake, realize, and rise, you may feel some kind of something as they go away, that has to be dealt with. But again, I think that's in the spiritual realm, that's what I've been dealing with more than anything, is being so comfortable around some of these energies, and just feeling the healing. And sometimes I go through these things where it went too fast, like we finished the task too early, and I'm like, wait. But it's like, no, it's time for you to move on. So yeah, that part. Okay. But then again, like I was saying about the Father in heaven, also, since we know that there's possibly not anyone that lives in the clouds in the sky, but I'm not saying like the makeup of the clouds and things, and we got to go into another area that I'm not really good in, but just when you even think about the makeup of the clouds and the gases and things like that, and then also below, when you look at the ground, sometimes you can see, again, in images, figures and stuff like that, and like the smoke or steam that's yeah. I think I did some videos on it before, okay, how you can see how people say that they seen faces and stuff in the clouds. So again, I feel like there is a way where that stuff can miraculously work to show signs and symbols. Okay, how about that? All right. But again, you're modeling, or you're going with the Father that is in your heaven, again, the Most High, or whatnot. And close my door. Just close the door. You can come in here. Just close it, please. So it says, yea, be the servant, okay, willing, with deep eternal love, and as sure as you live, you will become one of the great and noble of the earth. Okay, so it's kind of even talking about, being a servant to that all, or that source.